Okay, you want to invest in real estate, that's why you're here right now watching this video, but you've only got $1,000, or you're trying to figure out how to make your $1,000 go as far as possible in real estate investing. Lucky for you, this is totally possible. A huge misconception in real estate is that you need a ton of money to get started. That's not true, but there's definitely some things that you're going to have to keep in mind, and I'm going to outline that for you right now.
We're in Houston right now, walking our new 56-unit crazy property here. It starts down there. We got Allon Avgi, $1 billion man.
Don't get me wrong, having a lot of money is definitely the best way to break into the industry, but that's not the luxury that all of us have. So with $1,000, you can get really far. You just need to know how to utilize OPM and be a little creative. With that being said, let's get into the details. Allon, I've only got $1,000. How can I get into real estate? Let's do this. Okay, it's definitely not going to be easy, but it's doable. I'm actually going to blow your mind right now. You could get into real estate with $0. But that's not what we're talking about right this second. We're talking about how to get into the game with $1,000. The first thing you're going to have to do is put a strategic team together. Now, everything's built around teams. You can't do real estate without a team. If you're buying your first house, you're going to need to put together a couple moving pieces. If the house needs construction, you're going to need contractors. For acquisition, financing to buy the home, you're going to need lenders. For financing the house with the equity that you need to bring to the table that the lenders won't cover, you're going to need to bring in partners. So we'll get started with the first piece of the team, and that's a hard money lender if you're looking to buy a fix and flip home. To find hard money lenders, you can go on Google, very easy, and just type in hard money lenders near me. There's plenty of startups lending hard money, and there's lots of them in the market. The typical hard money lender is lending at 10% interest per year and 1 to 2 points. A point is basically an interest like 1% of the purchase price. 2 points is 2% of the purchase price paid up front. That's how you know who's giving you the most competitive rates. The lower the rate and the lower the points, the better the lender terms are, and that's what you want to go after. The second piece of the team is the contractor. You need to figure out who the right contractor is going to be for your project. If you're going to need to put together subcontractors, you're going to have to build out a list. There's websites like BiggerPockets, Angie's List, and many other sources where you could just find subcontractors in the area that you're looking to do deals and put together a list of all of them and let them bid on your job. The ideal amount of bids on a job is 3. That way, you know you're not being fooled by your subcontractors. The third piece of your team that is crucial is your equity investor. Now, this is where OPM kicks in, other people's money. Another person's money might be cheaper than yours. You have $1,000 to put to use. Somebody else might have $100,000 to put to use, and they're looking for you to guide them in how to invest in real estate and do the work because they're too busy. So what you have to do is get those people's interest with a deal. First, you're going to find a deal that makes sense when flipping or renting. Whatever your strategy is going to be, you have $1,000 here to make use of it. So you need to find the right deal that makes sense to put in $1,000, get somebody else to put in the balance, and you can meet these people anywhere. It could be friends, it could be family. And then leverage the bank's money to use that financing for the rest of the deal. $1,000 isn't going to be enough to do the entire deal by yourself. That's why the OPM is so important. But you're going to have to figure out a split with that partner. What I did, how I got started, was offering a 50-50 split to my investors after I got them all of their money back. So you put in $1,000, your investor puts in $99,000. Now you have $100,000 to use to buy X property. The bank might finance you for another $200,000, the hard money lender. Now you have a $300,000 deal going on with you leveraging your $1,000. Assume you flip that property for $350,000 after all the closing costs and all that good stuff. You made $50,000 profit if you're all in for $300,000. First, your investors get back their $99,000. The bank gets $200,000 first. Your investor gets his $99,000, him or her. You get your $1,000, and then you split the profit 50-50. So you made $25,000 and they made $25,000. And you better believe if somebody made 25+% on their money in a couple of months to a year, they're going to want to reinvest with you, maybe even more. Believe it or not, the hardest part of all of this is finding a good deal. Once you find that good deal, you need to make sure that your bank, your lender, is going to cater to your needs. And when you have all the moving parts together, you're going to package it up and deliver it to your investor like it's a birthday gift. When you have everything together, it shows credibility, it shows that you know what you're doing, and your investor is going to be much more comfortable with you. This investor could be a total stranger, or it could be somebody you've known your entire life. The legal work could be found on LegalZoom. All you really have to do is put together a basic operating agreement and open a company, which you could do through LegalZoom and other websites, and you have everything set up. At the closing, you guys are both going to sign for the deal because you own the property together. You make sure in that agreement it spells out that they're getting their money back first, and that'll give them a good sense of comfort to invest with you. Believe it or not, it's not uncommon to start this way. You made it through this entire video. You're clearly interested in learning about how to do this. The methods of real estate will blow your mind. If you get down the Burr method, the fix and flip world, and scaling into commercial real estate, you could become a tycoon in no time. It took me 5 years to really get this down and build a company that's growing fast, and I started with little to no money myself. When I learned how to utilize OPM, I didn't even loop in my own money, and I managed to scale my business faster than ever before. Put the moving pieces together, build your team, and you could do this too. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys. Love you all.